What's up, cereal bowls? It's your favorite crazy cereal, InsaneAppleJackz, here once again with the Atomic Game Squad. How are you all doing? Because I'm doing super duper chill. Hopefully you all are doing well as well, because today it's time for another video, and apologies if you hear my neighbor's dog barking in the background. So, you know, that's a thing. But, essentially, today we're here for another rant video, and you're like, oh, well, since he mentioned the dog in the background, is it gonna be a rant video about dogs in backgrounds? Well, my good sir, madam, or whatever, nah, it's not gonna be about dogs in backgrounds. Like, trust me, you would know if it was about dogs in backgrounds. You probably sat up here and saw the title by now, and you know that today I'm gonna sit up here and talk about easily offended people, and you're like, woo! Because most likely a lot of people that were easily offended click this video, and they've already disliked it before they can even let me get into the topic. But essentially, we're going to sit up here and talk about those people that sit up here and get offended over every little thing, no matter what it seems to be. And you know exactly who I'm talking about, because everybody knows at least one of them. Unless you don't, then you're probably that person. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for your friends. Let me stop, though. So, essentially, as far as being offended, if you don't know, like, which I'd be surprised if you've gone through your whole life and you've never been offended, you know, like, claps to you, and also I'm kind of scared of you because, bruh, if you've never been offended, what kind of crazy stuff are you down with? Or what kind of sheltered life have you lived? But essentially, the act of being offended is being appalled or turned off by some form of conversation, topic, or whatever may occur inside of thingamabobs. Yes, that's how we're going to describe that. This very important topic is going to be labeled as thingamabobs. Now, I know you're like, well, Apple, why did this deserve a whole rant? Well, essentially, I'm in college, but that doesn't really matter, because it doesn't matter what level of education, work field, or whatever you are doing in life, you will always run into somebody that is easily offended. And you also have a certain act of behavior that is seen as appropriate because of these people that can be easily offended by your actions. Now, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be a limit to what can or can't be said. Like, everybody has a limit on what they feel comfortable with being done or said, but essentially, a easily offended person, you could so much as sit up here and breathe or say hello, and they would get offended at you and act like it's your fault that you didn't know that breathing in such matter or approaching them in a said way was not appropriate. A easily offended person will sit up here and feel that their opinion is so right that they'll sit up here and create a campaign, get a bunch of other people to sit up here and join in on their easily offended campaign, and sit up here and ruin something that everybody else likes and doesn't really have a problem with because they had a problem with it. R.I.P. that boy, Dead or Alive Extreme 3. SJWs! And on top of that, easily offended people also sit up here and give SJWs a very bad name. Like, I know there's extremes to everything, but easily offended people tend to be the people that usually use a platform as their soapbox to get out their opinion about how terrible something is. Oh, this game is terrible because boobs. Hello? There are boobs in real life. Does that mean real life is terrible? Oh, this form of media is terrible because gory. It's a horror film. If you didn't want to see a horror film, don't go. If you didn't want to see gore, don't see a horror film. Hello? Oh, this person is too polite. I'm offended. I don't know what to tell you there. I have no idea what you want at that point. Like, essentially, an easily offended person is like playing Russian roulette while sitting up here having a conversation as you simultaneously walk on a trapeze rope over a barbed wire net filled with tigers. I mean, there is no right or wrong answer. Actually, there is very many wrong answers. There is no right answer, because no matter what you do, your moralities will always seem like the opposition to what they believe in. Oh yeah, I believe that pizza with pepperoni is very delicious. Oh yes, well, I'm a vegan. I'm very offended that you appreciate the taste of sweet savory meat. Hey, you do know that this pizza place offers cheese pizza and veggie pizza. You don't have to get meat lovers pizza. That's just my decision. The fact that you sat up here and tried to ruin what I was enjoying just because you don't enjoy it and you felt the need to get so offended that you killed the mood for everybody else, that shows how little interest you actually have in your life. And usually with people that get very easily offended, I mean, it tends to be a thing of they're not so much as offended. They rather just like to see somebody hear their point and be the center of attention for a few minutes. So they create this big charade and allusion to how something has, quote unquote, triggered them and made them angry about a certain set of subjects. And you're just like, bro, chill out. Like, because if I have to sit up here and put on a charade and play like I'm somebody else to have a conversation with you, bye. I mean, we all have two different sides to us, and I have that I'm chilling with my friend side. I can have whatever conversation I want because I believe in being freely open and sitting up here being able to have conversations with people about pretty much most things, because in most situations there's something to be said. But at the same time, I have that I want to get some money, because money sits up here and, you know, it pays the bills, it keeps you food and all this other goodness. So I have a professional job side that makes me like, oh yeah, let me get up out of this. But bro, if I have to sit up here and be in professional job mode every time that we have a conversation, you ain't the one. You ain't the person. Like, it's good. It's cool. I shouldn't have to sit up here and change my opinions morally to align with you just because you want to be friends, but quote unquote, it's really just you trying to portray your beliefs onto somebody else. And that's usually what somebody being easily offended is. They're not really in it for sitting up here and actually trying to convey a conversation. They're just trying to push their beliefs onto you. Because if you ever had a conversation with somebody that's easily offended, they don't really even listen to your points. They'll usually sit up here and shut down any point that you'll ever put that is opposition to what they say. I mean, I get that all people have the tendency to sometimes cut each other off in conversations because it's just weird, you know. Some people have different speech patterns and, you know, they start and stop, and it's a weird thing. But I mean, it's not as bad as, oh yeah, so I believe, bruh, yeah, can I get a word out? Oh, you're getting a word out. Haven't you heard yourself? You sound so stupid talking about No, bro, that's you putting words into my mouth. I mean, I get that you're very passionate about this subject, but please, just scoot around. Let people enjoy what is made for them. Because there is a reason that there is a target demographic when it comes to things in this world. It's not meant for you. If you're gonna get offended by it, it's not meant for you. And yes, once again, there are very legitimate things to be offended by in this world. But when you get offended by every petty little thing, hell, let's think of something, for example. Oh, somebody prefers the taste of Pepsi to Coca-Cola, and they're not jokingly having a debate with you. Like, they're not jokingly having a conversation with you. They're full on raging in the middle of the street, having a hostage situation with you over this small little detail of your life. It ain't for you. Like, Please stop investing so much of your life on the decisions that I make and being so surrounded on trying to ruin what I enjoy just because it does not suit you. And really, that's all I have to say about easily offended people, because at this point, it should be clear that if you get into an argument with an easily offended person, yeah, you could try to sit up here and work it out, have a legit conversation, but 9 times out of 10, it'll probably enrage you because the person won't truly try to engage in an intelligent conversation and hear your points out. I mean, a conversation is meant for both points to be heard out, and if somebody is just going to tear down every point that you have just because it doesn't sit right with them, maybe it's not meant for you to try to have any intellectual conversation with them in the first place. And just to test to be sure that you made it this far, fuck her right in the pussy! Oh god, there's gonna be some really angry people at me about this video, maybe. I don't know. Do I really care? Whatever. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm sending you guys over to the end of the box right about now. And we are back at the end of the box, where we just sat up here and finished another super duper amazing video, or at least I hope it was. To anybody that sat up here and watched this video, thank you so much. Big thumbs up to you. To anybody that watched this video all the way through, super duper big thumbs up to you. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, sit up here and give me a thumbs down. If you have anything that you want to say, as always, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll try to reply to you as soon as possible. As you can see on the screen, as always, are my social medias, but if you want to sit up here and get to them babies quicker, sit up here and check down the description below for a linkable version where you can just click on it and automatically been swept up there like some magical fairy princess or some stuff. But with all that being said,